Welcome to Global World Watch. Please subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. In 2018, Australia faced a crucial choice. Who would build its 5G network? Huawei offered advanced tech, but security fears loomed. Siding with the US, Australia banned Huawei, prioritizing security over trade. The move sparked a superpower standoff, with Australia caught in the middle. China didn't retaliate with force, it used its economic might. In 2020, after Australia called for a COVID-19 inquiry, Beijing unleashed sweeping trade restrictions. The most devastating blow, crushing tariffs on Australian wine. China accused winemakers of dumping, but the move was widely seen as political payback. Before the tariffs, China was Australia's top wine market, over $1 billion a year. Overnight, tariffs of up to 200% made Australian wine unaffordable in China. Shipments halted, orders vanished, and containers sat stranded in ports. Years of investment and relationship building evaporated instantly. The message from Beijing was unmistakable. Defy us, and your prosperity is at risk. For Australia's wine industry, the golden era in China ended in a single stroke. The billion-dollar gateway slammed shut, leaving winemakers reeling. Trade had become a weapon, and wine was on the front line. The tariffs sent shockwaves through Australia's wine regions. The Barossa Valley, once thriving on Chinese demand, was left with unsold wine and overflowing cellars. Wineries lost up to 80% of their export market overnight. The pain rippled outward. Grape growers, workers, and entire towns felt the blow. Grape prices collapsed. Some fruit was left to rot on the vine. The industry scrambled to find new buyers in the UK, US, and Asia, but no market could match China's scale or appetite. Selling a $10 bottle in London couldn't replace a $100 sale in Shanghai. The loss was not just in volume, but in value and hope. Family wineries faced closure. Optimism gave way to anxiety. The crisis exposed the danger of relying on a single, politically volatile market. The dream of endless growth in China had become a cautionary tale. The future of Australia's wine regions was suddenly uncertain. The lesson in global trade: political risk can crush even the best-laid plans. Australia fought back, taking its case to the World Trade Organization. But legal battles moved slowly, and China's silence was deafening. A new government in 2022 shifted tactics, lowering rhetoric, reopening diplomatic channels. Foreign Minister Penny Wong emphasized stability and dialogue. Gradually, high-level meetings resumed. Trust began to rebuild. Australia dropped its WTO complaint on barley after China agreed to review tariffs, paving the way for similar talks on wine. In early 2024, China lifted the wine tariffs. A breakthrough, but not a return to the old days. The Chinese market had changed. Competitors had filled the gap. The scars of the dispute ran deep, and trust would take years to restore. Australia now faced a delicate balancing act, maintaining US security ties while rebuilding economic bridges with China. The trade war's end was a relief, but the landscape was forever altered. The lesson was clear. Diplomacy matters, but so does diversification. The path to reconciliation was open, but the journey had just begun. The Australia-China dispute is a warning for the world. Economic ties no longer guarantee peace. They can be weaponized. China showed it will use trade to punish political defiance. For middle powers like Australia, the risks of great power rivalry are real and costly. Even with tariffs gone, Australian wine faces a tougher market. Competitors have moved in. Trust is damaged. Diversifying exports is now a national priority, but new markets take time to build. The experience exposed Australia's vulnerability and forced a rethink of its global strategy. National security and economic prosperity are now inseparable. Countries can't separate alliances from trade. Every decision carries weight. As US-China competition intensifies, more nations will face similar dilemmas. The story of Australian wine is a cautionary tale for a new era. In today's world, a single political choice can reshape entire industries. The rules of global trade have changed forever.